pick up the defensive fire phase of the French half of the 9:20 turn. The forces engaged are still limited to Telnitz for the time being. So we will go ahead and take a look at what's going on down there. See, the French have maneuvered a little bit, moved one battalion here away from those Grenzers, survived the opportunity fire without loss. So now they're looking at some skirmishers in the vineyard. So we have 3 increments of Grenzers facing off against some line infantry. Take a shot, and no, we did not get a hit. We have, I think, 4 increments here. That's going to be against column. That's a 2-to-1 attack. And we did roll an increment loss. It's getting serious for the French. That 3rd regiment is taking some real hits. Probably stayed one turn too long. And the final shot here will be Kienmeyer. I think he'll fire at that vineyard. And no effect. The forces are getting close to engaging across the rest of the field, but currently no one is in defensive fire range. So we'll move on to the offensive fire phase for the French. Stay here at Telnitz. We have the 108th in very good position against those skirmishers. 6 increments. No effect. Another fire, no effect. And a 3rd fire. Let's see, that is going to be against the vineyard. And no effect. Now we'll pick it up here. We see this French horse artillery is in range despite the fog of that nice dragoon regiment. So they will take a shot at 4 hexes, which will be a 1-to-1 attack. And when you know, nothing happened. And the last attack we have some 5th Corps artillery with Marshal Lannes manning the guns at 3 hexes. So they're going to try some counter battery fire against that Russian light battery. That's going to be a 3-to-1 attack. Unlikely to cause any damage. But what do you know? Marshal has 3 for his effect. That is a casualty, but because it's artillery alone, they can shrug off that casualty. So that is it for offensive fire. We'll move on to the melee phase here in Telnitz. The French have tried to box in that Grenzer battalion in the vineyard. The 108th has its sights set on the Grenzer battalion out in the clear. And the 3rd French battalion has its sights set on another Grenz in skirmish mode. So those skirmishers are just going to run out of there. So we'll retreat him. And these guys will make a run for it. So the French are kind of overextending themselves. But we're going to give a shot at this melee here. Strictly speaking, I should mark all my melees, but you know. So, Kienmeyer's Grenzers are in general order. They don't have to make a morale check, but the French do. So they are 8 and 5 for 13 increments against 5 increments. Those are 3-to-1 odds. Yikes! Snake eyes. So they disorder and retreat into the village. This is kind of a worst case scenario, of course. Because now this other battalion is on its own. And he of course passes his morale check. So 5 increments left out of 8 at 20 melee. And Kienmeyer has 5 out of 6, 12 melee. That is a 1-to-1 attack. Let's see, Kienmeyer has 3 for his melee. We rolled a 63, minus 3 is a 56, which is 0, 0, no effect. So that is actually kind of a win for the French, because those are not the kind of odds you want to melee with. So those are the only troops that we can really engage in a melee. We now move on to rally, try to rally that French battalion. And he rallies. And really that should do it for the French side.